know what? I forgot to do something. So let me do that right quick. Here we go. There we go. This is a pre-recorded show. This is Friday. I'm recording this on Friday, but it's early in the morning on Friday because it turns out I've got a conflicting Zoom for work. So I want to get this in really quick and then get over there so I can take care of my business for Idaho. So, quick episode, I think, let's see. So today is July 1st, and there's a couple things I want to cover, but welcome to the Be Your Own Hero Show. HERO is an acronym. It means helping everyone reach optimism. In other words, helping others helps you. It is a reciprocal action. I am your host. I am sekouwrites. I'm a professional creative and the creator of the Hero Ministry Movement, which is my effort to uplift and inspire everyone, but especially the unhoused community. So join me here Monday through Friday at 8:45 a.m. Central Time. And you can do the math for your local time zone and watch me talk about my journey of becoming my own hero in a number of different categories, including financially. So all that said, shout out to New Thought Media Network for allowing me this platform. And reminder, I am not a personal trainer, nor am I a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence. There we go. There's all my introductory stuff, and let's get into it fairly quickly. So today, there's a couple ways to do this, but today is July 1st, as I already said, which means my triple anniversary month is over. I'm sad to see it go, but triple anniversary meaning my birthday month, the 1-year anniversary of the charity run, yay, and the 1-year anniversary of this show, the Be Your Own Hero Show. So triple anniversary month. Let me get one more fireworks for the road. There we go. All right, so that's the end of my triple anniversary month. And I need to report in about the fundraiser for Back on My Feet nonprofit. As you know, if you've been watching the show, for the month of June, my birthday month goal was to raise $3,650 for Back on My Feet nonprofit. Back on My Feet is a nonprofit based in Philly that works throughout the United States, finding members of the unhoused community and teaching them how to get up early in the morning and run and be accountable to themselves and build their lives from there, rebuild their lives from there. They've gotten 70% of their members housed, which is amazing, and the collective, the volunteers and the unhoused members as a whole have together run more than 1.2 million miles. What? So anyway, I'm very excited to be working with them. That said, let me report in. So for the month of June, we raised, mini drum roll, we raised 35% of the goal. 35% of our goal. Shout out to Tim, who came in last night with $36.50. I love those. I love the denominations that have 365 in them. So shout out to you, Tim. I appreciate it. So we're at 35%, which means simply that we roll over into July. And now the new deadline is the end of July to close out the other 2/3 of this fundraiser. Again, the successful completion of this fundraiser secures my entry into the 2022 New York City Marathon. So that's how I get in, by raising this money. And I'm so grateful to be raising money for this particular nonprofit that combines running and working with the unhoused community, puts them all together. I'm very excited about it. So keep giving, keep sharing. Share. The call to action for July is to share, because I keep being surprised that people don't know about it already. I literally talk about it every day, so I'm surprised that people don't know about it. But again, there's a lot of social media noise out here, a lot of noise in the world, so people are very unaware of this project. So please share the link, or share my story, or share the news clip, which is also at this link, and let other people get involved, let other people contribute, and maybe even spread that idea of giving a derivative of 365. That gives me quite a bit of a boost. So we're moving into July. We are still on mission, and we are still on mission number 2. Mission number 2 evolved out of my birthday. My birthday was the 24th of June, and I decided spontaneously to buy 24 McDonald's gift cards and give them out to the unhoused as I was running. and that has spawned a number of stories. So 2 quick things. First of all, just yesterday, more gift cards have arrived. Look at that, whole pack of gift cards. Shout out to Joy Doss from Memphis, who sent me these gift cards to give away. And Nan, I know you asked how to send me gift cards. So I'm figuring this out in real time, but the best thing to do would be to go to your local McDonald's and buy gift cards and then send them to me. And the reason I say it that way, because we did it differently with Joy and I did it differently, but I am suggesting that because it gives you the opportunity to have a story for yourself. Because if you just go online and buy them and have them shipped, there is zero possibility of a story, right? But if you go to McDonald's and you buy the gift cards yourself, there is a high probability of a story. If you've been watching the show, you've already heard mine. I ended up in front of a plastic surgeon and I was holding her up in the line because it was taking so long to generate the gift cards. So we had a conversation and that was a great story. And if you missed it, you can go back and watch that episode, but just very briefly, she was asking me what all the gift cards were for. And I told her, and she just stared at me for a while. And she said, but it's your birthday. Like kind of like arguing with me. Like, no, don't do anything for anyone else. It's for you. And I was like, yeah, but I want to be a gift to others on my birthday. And that really just stunned her. And I remember Diego put in the comments, I wonder what she did after she walked away. Yeah, it really does beg the question what she did after she walked away, how it impacted her. So circling back, Nan and others, if you are interested in sending me McDonald's gift cards, and I guess they don't have to be McDonald's. I just chose McDonald's because McDonald's is everywhere. And they tend to be pretty easy about who comes in to use the facilities. You know, there are some restaurants that are not so easy about the unhoused coming in, but McDonald's tends to be more amenable to that. So those are the 2 reasons I chose McDonald's. So if you want to send me McDonald's gift cards, go to your local McDonald's and ask to buy gift cards. You can buy them right at the counter, just like you would get a Happy Meal or something. And you tell them what dollar amount you want. Obviously, you know I like symbolic numbers. So I like, the number 6 because my birthday month is June, which is the 6th month of the year. I like the number 24 because my birthday is the 24th. 365, obviously, for obvious reasons, you could do something with that. So whatever you decide to do is fine by me. So I'll start handing these out on my run tomorrow. So I've got six new gift cards. See, number 6. Once again, number 6, using those symbolic numbers. Okay, so if you're interested, go to McDonald's, get yourself some gift cards, reach out to me. I'll tell you where to send them, and I'll give them out. And that gives you the opportunity to have a story. Okay, moving on. Let me play today's run report and pick up the pace a little bit. I'm already saying way too many things. Here we go.
Sekou Hero Charity Run, day 396. I've been running every single consecutive day for now, 396 days in a row, and we are on mission. So today is July 1st, which means mission 1 of 2 right now ended yesterday. My goal was to raise $3,650 within the month of June, my birthday month, for Back on My Feet nonprofit. Okay, so that goal is being rolled over into July. We ended up at 35% of the goal for the month of June. So now we only got 2/3 to go for July. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. And by the way, my successful bid to raise money for Back on My Feet secures my entry in the 2022 New York City Marathon. So let's go. We can do this. Mission 2, I am giving out gift cards to the unhoused as I run. If you would like to do that, please DM me and I can tell you the process as it develops. And yeah, you can help me give away gift cards to the unhoused community as I run. That's mission 2. All right, let's go. Check me out on my show, the Be Your Own Hero Show, later.
Okay, so there we go. Day 396. You've got all the information. We are still on mission for the month of July. And by the way, I feel like I know why the mission wasn't completed in the month of June. It's got something to do with me and my energy. So I'm going to clear that out. And so July will be the month that we complete this fundraiser for sure, because I know what I got to do. I got to make some shifts, and I will do that. Okay, so moving along quickly, I told you I wanted to tell 3 categories of stories, and you know that's hard for me because I will take up a whole show with one story. So let me tell 3 very brief stories and then get into some abundance. So the categories, birthday stories. I think I'm going to cap it with the Zoe principle. I talked about the Zoe principle yesterday, and some of you in the chat said that you enjoyed that principle. And then I told one of my gratitude groups about it yesterday, and they got really excited about it too. And one of the members of my gratitude group reminded me of this banana gag gift. So before I talk about the banana gag gift, just a reminder, or for those of you that did not see me talk about the Zoe principle. The Zoe principle comes from a real life little girl named Zoe that I met in my travels to New York. And she was just so unbothered by all the travel drama that we encountered. Me, Zoe's mom, and everyone else on the same flight, we all had a lot of travel drama. And Zoe was just so blissfully happy being in her own world. And so for me, the Zoe principle is choosing some small thing that you know will give you joy in the midst of a situation that is not joyful, right? Choosing one small thing that you know will give you joy and laser focus on that. And doing that will give you joy. Doing that will get you through the moment. I use the Zoe principle all throughout my birthday weekend because the stories that I told already about the travel drama are an indication of how things went. Things went sideways, all kinds of ways. And I had to keep using the Zoe principle to the best of my ability. And I know it works, and so I invite you to try it too. Now, the banana gag gift, you guys might have seen this on social media. There was a father who wanted to prank his very young daughter by giving her a gag gift. And the gag gift was a banana. So they had it wrapped in Christmas paper and everything. And first of all, that's mean. That's mean. But anyway, he gave his daughter a banana wrapped in Christmas paper. And she was elated. She was so excited about that banana. You have to find the video. Go to YouTube and type Christmas banana gag gift, and it'll pop up. You'll see this tiny little girl sitting on a sofa. And you watch that video, it will give you so much joy. And it will remind you that you need to be grateful for and appreciative of the little things, all the little things. And that makes life worth living. So I'm grateful to the person in my gratitude group, shout out to Corey, who reminded me of the Christmas gag gift of the banana and put it in the same category as the Zoe principle. So you got the banana principle, which is about gratitude, and the Zoe principle, which is about focusing on something that you know brings you joy. So those are two very effective tools. So keep those. All right, quick dice roll. We've got $3 so far for the week, and now we got a 6. A 6 on Friday. So 6 is the number for today. So $9 for the week, $6 today. Move that money out of circulation and set it aside to invest. To invest. To invest. Saying it 3 times for emphasis. All right. So I'm going to skip the affirmation today and just jump right into finance. So 2 main things. Number one, I've been reading about the bear market and recessions in general. And so I just want to recap what I've said about that previously. Number one, there's always a recession coming. It should not be a surprise to any of us. We should train ourselves to think that way. There's always another recession coming, right? And if you know that, just like you know eventually there's going to be another tornado or another storm, if you know that another recession is coming, it enables you to plan accordingly. That's number one. Number two, a bear market is not a bad thing. A bear market is not a bad thing if you know what you're doing. And a bear market has a very specific definition. A bear market means that the market is down 20% from its previous high point. Just for me, the fact that it's definable makes it less scary. It is concrete, it's definable. It's a 20% drop in the stock market, as compared to a deep bear market, which is 50 to 60% down. Either one of these are good if you know what you're doing. And by know what you're doing, I mean you stay calm. You understand that this is just the ebb and flow of the stock market, of the economy, that's just how it goes. There's nothing to be afraid of. And number two, that you can buy low to sell high. This is the opportunity to buy low so that you can sell high. So bear market, deep bear market, recession, all equal buying on sale. But you have to buy the right things on sale. Don't just go out into the stock market and grab anything willy-nilly. No, you want to buy vetted properties. Vetted meaning they have already been vetted by someone else, like they're part of FANG as defined by the pundits out there. It's part of the S&P 500 as defined by the market wizards. It's part of the Dow as defined by the experts. It's part of the NASDAQ. So the point is, use other people's research, use other people's work. Don't go out there and try to find a winner, trying to find that diamond in the rough that's going to turn into the next Google. Don't do that. Because unless you're really reading every single thing about that company, unless you're doing a deep dive, you're not going to have the information that you need to make that kind of decision. You can't do it on a hunch. Despite what they show us on TV, you can't pick a stock winner on a hunch. It's very unlikely. It's about the likelihood of getting struck by lightning. You don't want to do that. You want to base your financial decisions on the information that has already been vetted for you. So, bear market, deep bear market, recession, this is not the time to panic. This is the time to buy. And you want to buy properties that have already been vetted. The best idea is to buy the index funds, S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow, because there's instant diversification. S&P 500 has 500 different stocks in it. The NASDAQ has 100 different stocks in it, and the Dow has 30 different stocks in it. Instant diversification, and all three of those index funds pay a dividend, meaning they pay you back. So all you have to do is set up the DRIP, dividend reinvestment plan, and they will pay you. They will add to themselves. My mom was telling me yesterday that her Dow stock is growing because she bought one share and now it's more than one share. That's what happens. You buy and it starts building on itself by itself, like a plant in a garden. Just plant it and let it grow. And the more shares you have of any particular index fund, the faster it grows. You get double the dividend. Double the dividend. Because once you own a whole share, you get the whole dividend, right? If you own 2 shares, you get that same dividend payment twice. So you really start snowballing your money. Okay, so I'm going to stop there to shift to something else before I run out of time. The second thing is I've been talking about buying into Google before the stock split. So let me give you the specific information. The Google stock split is July 15th. Today is the 1st. July 15th. You've got 14 days to figure out what you want to do. Now, this is what I've done. I have bought about $300 of fractional shares of Google right now. I did it already. So I've got $300 approximately sitting on Google. And I know it ebbs and flows, so I'll have to check it as the days go on to make sure it stays around $300. My intention is that when the stock splits on the 15th, I will automatically get 2 shares because Google is going to split from about $2,500 per share to about $150 per share, give or take $120 to $150 in that range. And so I am estimating that my $300 will equal a little bit more than 2 shares after the split. Now, the other thing that I'm banking on is that the stock will jump on the 15th because there seems, based on historical precedent, to be a spike in price on the day of a split. So I'm keeping an eye out for that. But there are a couple of different ways you can do this. You can, like me, buy in now and wait for the split. You could wait for the split and buy Google at a much lower price, which should be, as I said, around $120 to $150. But those of you that intend to get in early like I am, you've got a couple choices. you can just enjoy the fact that you've got more stock when it splits and hold and buy and hold. Well, hold forever, hold for long term, hold for net worth, or you can sell some of that stock. My intention is to sell one of the shares. My intention is to end up with 2 shares and sell 1 share on the day that the stock splits. Because again, as I just said, based on historical precedent, the stock price will go through the roof on the day that it splits. So that's my experiment, to sell 1 share on the day that it splits, because I'm thinking maybe I'll be able to sell the share that cost me around $150 for more than $150, which means I'll be able to make money that day. And so for those of you that are also intending to buy in before the split, consider selling on the day of. That means you have to pay attention to your price now, and you have to watch that day. You have to pay attention that day. You have to, on July 15th, you have to pay attention. You have to go in and look and see what's happening. Is it spiking? Is it not? And then make your decision based on the information that's available at the time. As I will. Like if it's not spiking, I'm not going to sell. But you have the option of looking at the information and choosing to sell right then, and then just reinvest the money. And if you don't sell, you haven't lost anything. You just have more shares of Google to hold for long term. So I feel like this is a very controlled experiment for trading based on data that we already have. We know the stock is splitting. We know when the stock is splitting. We know based on previous experience that on the day of a split, the stock price tends to go through the roof because everyone's excited about the fact that it's splitting. So based on those factors, I intend, as I said, to acquire two shares with the money that I've already put in now and sell one of those shares on the day of to see what happens. See if I can make more than the money I spent on that day. So I invite you to enjoy that experiment with me. Let's find out together how that works. Okay. And if all that scares you, just go back to an index fund. Go back to an index fund, but do not be afraid of a bear market. Do not be afraid of a deep bear market, and do not be afraid of a recession. These are the times, not according to Sekou, according to all the books that I'm reading, all the things I'm listening to, these are the times that fortunes are made, when you buy at the bottom and hold for the future. Okay, so the reason I pause right there, and this will be the last thing I say, but the reason I pause right there is you can't predict the bottom. So don't try to wait for the very bottom because it's impossible to predict it. But as the news is saying right now, we are already in a bear market. That's a fact, you know. So you can start buying now because you're in a bear market. When we hit a deep bear market, people will say that too. We're in a deep bear market. When we're in a recession, people will say that too. We're in a recession. So you can buy in those times because you know that they're happening. But don't like try to gather all your nuts and hold them and wait for the recession. Like don't do that. Like buy along the way as you know for sure there's a bear market, there's a deep bear market, and then there's a recession. But even planning for it that way feels much more comfortable than just being afraid of when it's going to happen, right? Just knowing, all right, this is going to happen soon, and I'm developing a plan to deal with it. It just feels so much more empowering, at least for me, and I hope it does for you too. Okay, so that said, let me go and run over to my Zoom and do my work. Oh, last story. I didn't tell the story about the teaching, right? So here's the story about teaching. I wore my headphones deliberately to remind me, and it just worked. So with the kids yesterday, I was teaching at Fisk yesterday, and yesterday's story is there's one kid. I know his name because I always have to yell his name. So-and-so, sit down. Stop doing that. Get your feet off the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I know his name cold. And I don't know all the kids' names cold, but I know his cold because I always have to say it. And yesterday he was negotiating with me. He was like, okay, I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm not gonna do it anymore. And I know that he knows that I know he's lying. But what are you gonna do? He's like, I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm gonna behave. Let me rejoin the class. I'm like, all right, come on. But then he got distracted by this. He was like, what's that around your neck? And I was like, nothing. He's like, yeah, there's something around your neck. And I was like, nope, there's nothing around my neck. He's like, it's right there. And so I played this game with him, and it occupied his time for a good solid chunk of time. I mean, it fascinated him. It's the most fascinated he's ever been in class, just seeing this thing around my neck. So I've just got to develop new strategies for these kids to hold their attention. Anyway, pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me with these kids. Okay, so that's it. Let me wrap up. Keep doing, as always, be a hero, but in context, be your own financial hero. Remember that now is better than perfect in all things, but especially in terms of investing. So go invest today and go donate today. And if you can't donate, please share. HeroCharityRun.com. Have a great weekend. I'll see you live on Monday. Later.